Hello friends, welcome to the video lecture series on machine learning in Python and R. So till now we have seen how to import the Python library, the necessary library like numerical Python numpy, data analysis library pandas, and a visualization library pyplot we have successfully imported in a last lecture. So in this tutorial we are going to see how we can import the data programmatically way. What are the functions available in a numpy library and a pandas library available to load the file. So let's begin with the data importing part. Then we will go for the data cleaning and encoding and scaling. So data import. So where is data? In which are the formats data are available? Data is available in a wide variety of format. Like it will be available in a plain text file, the way it is been written like in your book. So we can use a Python simple open function to load that file data into Python variable. We will see in a subsequent lecture, and I will show you very small code snippet to load every kind of file. But first let's introduce different kind of file and where are the different places the data are available. Another is a flat file. It will be available in .csv, acronym for the comma separated value, and .tsv, the tab separated value. This is one of the very much liked file by the data scientists. Data scientists love this kind of file because this type of file contains observation as a row and feature as a columns. In a whole course we are going to use this kind of .csv or a .tsv file as a comma separated or a tab separated value across the file. And in this tutorial also I am going to see how to load this kind of file. For remaining file import I'll make another tutorial and I will show you. Data are available in a database format. It will be available in any kind of SQL, MySQL, or in an Oracle kind of database, to the NoSQL kind of MongoDB kind of database also available. So data are available in database. You should know how to import. Data are available in somewhere at a remote location as a remote file, and we can extract the data through web APIs also. So there are number of places are data available. Our first task in a machine learning algorithm to implement, we need to gather all those data into our program. So in this tutorial we are going to load this flat file .csv data. So how we will do it? We are going to use pandas, Python pandas library. So we will use import pandas as a PD that we have seen how to import the library in a last lecture, and then we will use the read underscore csv function of the pandas, and then it will return us as a data frame, exactly same acronym or equivalent data type which is available in a R programming language data frame. So let's start. So till now we have seen how to import the library numpy we have imported, pandas we have imported, and matplotlib library. I have set my working directory to one of the folder data pre-processing library, and I have created one .csv file that is a hypothetical data just to explain you how to load those data, and then we are going to do all kind of pre-processing on this kind of data only. So let's read this file first. We have imported the pandas library and its alias we have created PD. So we will call, we do not need to call pandas as a full name. We can use straight away PD dot read csv, and as argument we will supply data dot csv, and we will assign this whole thing to the somewhere like a df, or you can write any variable name you like. So df is equal to, df is nothing but the return type data frame object of the panda. So it will read whole data.csv file and it will return a data frame object. so that we can go for the further manipulation. So this is how we can read the file in a .csv. Now if you see any other function, like I'll show you, there are number of other things like read underscore csv, read excel, reach hdf, reach json. So there are number of functions already available. You can read sql query available in a pandas. So you can straight away read those kind of file also, and it will return us a very useful data frame object for us. So we have created this data frame object out of this data.csv file. So let's just run this full. First we'll import file once again. So we have successfully imported this library file. Now we are going to use this pandas library to read this data.csv file, and it will return us the data frame object. Okay, so it has successfully imported. Now if you go to the variable explorer, you can see all kind of data. So datas are available like in a 5 different column I have created. So data is for the individual person's record, that in which city the person is living, what is his age, what is the sex of that particular person, whether he smokes or not, or he or she smokes or not. It's a happiness index data, and based on all those data we want to predict that particular person is happy or not, whether it's healthy or not, sorry, whether its healthiness depends on its sex, its age, if the city in which it is living. So in machine learning algorithm there are always two kind of thing. There are data available which is we call as a input, and based on which is nothing but the independent variable, and based on those independent variable we are trying to predict the dependent variable. So in this data set, if you see, this healthy variable is nothing but the dependent variable. Based on the data of city, age, sex, smoke and its happiness index, we are trying to predict whether particular person, particular male or particular female is healthy or not. So in this case we have a healthy as a dependent variable, which is nothing but our output variable for the future predictive analysis kind of thing, and remaining all other column which become input variable. So let's try to separate all those thing data in the input variable in an output variable. Input variable is nothing from city to happiness index column, and output variable is nothing but the healthy. Now let's see how we can do it into panda. So in pandas we have a function, like you can apply now every function on the top of this df is nothing but the data frame object. We are going to use ilock function. This is kind of, I guess, the deprecated function, but we can definitely use it. And inside that there is a two argument we should supply. One is what are the rows you want to extract, and what are the columns we need to extract. So we need every single row, because we need to separate based on the column, not on a row. So we have a total 10 records, so all rows we require. So whenever you want all rows, you just need to paste colon, which will indicate that every single row you just extract. What are the columns we need to extract? So this is the zeroth column, first column, second column, third, fourth. So we need all column from 0 to 4 as our input variable, and input variable we will assign it to the capital X. Generally we do it into mathematics. So we will start from 0th column to the 4th column, but outer index is not included, so we need to go from 0 to 5, but 5 is not a part of the thing. Now on the top of it we'll apply the values, because it will return us the data frame object, because it is filtering this data from all rows and 0th column to the 4th column. But we need those data into our numpy array, numerical Python library array. So we are going to use the values function, and once you apply the value, it will return us the numpy array, and if you don't apply value, it will return us another data frame object only. Both things we are going to see. Why this value is important, that also I will explain you. And output variable, let's say y is equal to the same we can do, but we need only fifth column in this case. So if you see here 0 1 2 3 4, and this is a fifth, so only fifth column we require. Okay, let me just save it and let's run it. Let's first run this much part only. Okay, so you can see that once I have run this thing only, so it has extracted only 0 to fourth column actually, 0 1 2 3 4, fifth column index starts from the 0, and it has extracted the last index, which is nothing but the whether person is healthy or not, that column it has removed. Now let's run with full dot value also, we will apply it and we will see. Now once you do this thing, it has created object, and that object is nothing but the numpy array. It is difficult to visualize this thing here because Anaconda won't allow us, because they haven't implemented those functionality, I guess, in the Linux version, how to see this object type array, any general object type array. Let's see some more we will apply to y also, that same thing. Okay, so we have successfully imported y and x. Now let's visualize this x. So if you see x, all those value it has extracted, but it is kind of numpy array. So if you apply this type on the top of x, so it will give us a numpy array. But if you just select this part, and if you want to see the type of this thing, then it will return us the pandas data frame object. Now it is good that they are returning the data frame. So why we have applied this values function? The major reason behind applying this values function, so that it will return us the numpy array, the basic reason is that whatever the another function of machine learning library, scikit-learn, sklearn we are going to use, we always need to pass numpy array as a data, not as a data frame data. That's why I have applied this value function, and we have separated this thing into input variable x and output variable y. So that's it for this lecture, friends. We have successfully imported the .csv file into our Python program, and future lecture we are going to see how we can manipulate, what are the operation we can perform on those top of data. I hope you enjoy listening this video, and if you haven't understood anything, please write it to comment. I'll be very happy to help you, and at last, thank you guys for the watching.